This is ridiculous. Aren't you sick of it? What did I do last night? I made a big deal out of what Dr. John Campbell said about BA.5, subvariant of COVID, and whether or not it causes severe disease. He's decided to declare that it does based on rate of hospitalizations in the United Kingdom, I believe was his argument. And I had been hearing rumblings about that for so many weeks that when Dr. John Campbell came out with the declarative statement to that effect, I decided that the consensus had been reached. No, the consensus has not been reached. And where is the consensus? Is there one? Given what Dr. Mobeen Syed is presenting this evening, and medical doctor who practices in California, who illustrates in very great detail the action at the cellular level of the virus and the receptor domains and the potential for this and that and this and that. I'm not a scientist. I'm not claiming to be. This reminds me of the biblical translators throughout history, quibbling over exactly how to interpret one Greek word in a particular text, which, depending on how it's interpreted, alters the overall interpretation of a passage of Scripture completely, and has caused major divisions throughout Christendom. That's what I feel like right now. We're stuck in. We're stuck in this maelstrom of scientific inquiry, data gathering, and presentation of alleged data that we can't speak to it. Who am I to even dare to try to help my friends with what I'm watching, what I'm gathering from these medical professionals when they directly contradict each other now? Or I should say they've been coming out publicly in direct contradiction. So I suggest that you go watch Dr. John Campbell's video on BA.5 being more severe, and then go to Dr. Mobeen Syed's emphatic presentation at Dr. Bean Medical Lectures, both of these at the Tube, and you decide what you think. And then we have the group of doctors, the COVID Alliance that I follow, who are kind of walking back what their consultants claimed last week about bacterial pneumonia and its potential for presenting early in a BA.5 infection. I'm sending this video out to the public, but I'm going to message it to all the same people that I sent the other one to just 24 hours ago. RuthAnn Scanzillo, RuthAnnTALKS, has talked a little too much this time, and a little too hastily. And so apparently have the scientists. What does that suggest to us? Are we being manipulated by everyone with any authority to speak? As I said at the outset, I'm sick of it. I'm going to go order a pizza, and I'm going to have my student over tomorrow live in person to rehearse with me. And I think I'm actually going to go and visit somebody in person. Like the haircut? I'm going to do a video on how I cut my own hair. That might be something of value to everybody.